What's up, everybody? Sorry I've been away from my YouTube channel for quite a while, almost a year now. It's been 11 months almost. But I've been sick with Lyme disease. I've been resting a lot. I'm trying to get better, but I'm glad, I could come back. And I'm going to be uploading more system test videos coming up. So, but really, the reason why I made this video, and I am going to make it tonight, because I would like to see what you guys think about T-Mobile's 2G shutdown. I don't know if you guys are all aware. T-Mobile 2G is shutting down in piecemeal. Coverage sucks now. It's very inconsistent. And the thing is, though, is this is why it's irritating, because the thing is, though, is sure, it's going to take several more years before they take all the 2G towers down. But the thing is, though, is what is it? Shoot. Okay. Now I remember. It's going to at least take several more years to shut the network down across the whole country, because National Grid needs it, utility companies, etc., medical alert systems like Life Alert, and so forth. And the thing is, though, is also vehicle trackers too need it. But the main reason I'm making this video tonight is not just because I want to come back, after so many months, which I apologize for leaving you guys behind that long, but also the fact that it started on February 9th this year, 2025, as I made in a previous video. But the thing is, though, is it's kind of unfortunate, because the thing is, though, is I have a Nokia 7610, is my current phone since I was I think 14 years old. I got my first phone, and I got that for free from my father. So the thing is, though, is it's irritating, because I want to use that. Getting rid of old 2G goes against what I want. I want to use what I want on their network. Because the unfortunate thing is, though, is they're the last network in the U.S. to do it. AT&T and Verizon already did away with it all. But the thing is, though, is they could easily turn it back on, too. But they're not going to. I know they can. It's an easy software command that they can reissue through a server room to turn the 2G network back on. Plus, they don't even have to be doing this anyway, because 2G is fit in the guard bands of LTE, which is very small channels that do not interfere with higher frequencies like 4G and 5G. So the thing is, though, is I was wondering if you guys, could send T-Mobile a letter, very nice, polite one, asking them to delay certain areas of being shut down in. But so far, my coverage isn't really bad right now, but I have to rely on my parents for cell phone calls when I'm in dead areas where the coverage has already been disabled in. So the thing is, I don't mind doing that, but it can get very irritating, because the thing is, though, is that old phone was built to last. I have a new Nokia 225 4G voice over LTE phone. It's okay. It's a very nice new phone for its time for a dumb phone. Everything else sucks. It throws glitches and everything, but so far this is pretty good. And the thing is, though, is I have full coverage where I live, but everywhere else I got good coverage, but then you get far away from a cell tower, it comes back, then it stops, then it comes back, then it stops, and some sites have been permanently disabled permanently. So the thing is, though, is T-Mobile should at least give it some time out of courtesy for its customers. People have to switch over, but the thing is, though, is T-Mobile, all these annoying cell carriers suck. Because the thing is, I would really love to use the Nokia 7610, which is my phone forever until it blows up, basically. But I can't. These greedy, stupid cell carriers won't let me. They rather care about the new technology and the money rather than customer loyalty. And the thing is, 4G is okay. I'm fine with changing to that when my service finally gets shut off where I live. But when 4G finally gets shut off, because T-Mobile, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, they're starting to pull the plug on 4G slowly now. And that's very inconsiderate because people still have 4G phones, so that'll at least leave 99% of the population without any service. And plus, there's still some people on 2G. So, T-Mobile, I don't know if you're hearing this, please, if you could, reactivate it all. And I'd love if they'd do it all, but they're not going to. And the thing is, though, is they're jerks, They rather go against what people want to use rather than customer loyalty. And overall, people claim they want higher speed networks and newer technologies. I've tried 5G. I've tried 4G, 3G, 2G. They're all about the same. The only thing is, you might get a little better on HD voice quality. But the thing is, though, is, it's unfortunate because we're never going to be able to use these phones again. Well, we still can for retro gaming, but they just won't do anything for, calls and texts. Well, actually, they'll do something in regards, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, Nokia old phones actually did Wi-Fi calling, or Bluetooth calling for that matter, when you could send messages to each other via the Bluetooth, so it won't be completely useless. But on stupid public stinking cell carrier networks, they won't allow you to do it. And the thing is, though, is the problem is they could easily turn it back on, like I said. But the problem is, once they reallocate the spectrum for 4 and 5G networks, good luck with that. Unless you, what's the word I'm looking for? Unless you keep some of the spectrum that they could use on 2G again. But the thing is, once they turn it off, they ain't turning it back on, the jerks, even though they could. And the thing is, though, is, sure, I lost my thought again, sorry, YouTube. They could turn it back on, but they're not going to. And it's that easy, too, because all the cell towers still look the same, regardless. And the thing is, though, is, these guys, 2G phones, number one, have a longer battery life. Number two, they have strong range. And number three, it doesn't really make much of a difference whether you're on another network unless you stream like heck. And I don't believe people should be streaming on their phones. That's a big no. The phone should just be used for text messaging, phone services, and multimedia messages. Not looking at like you're fixated on it. And the thing is, though, is there's nothing we can do about it. Eventually it's going to be gone. But if you guys really want to use those phones, my suggestion is before the utility companies upgrade all their infrastructure and stuff that still need 2G and seniors and everything else, and vehicle trackers, I suggest you guys, if you have one of your parents' Nokias or a Motorola Razr or something like that, I suggest you get a very cheap plan either from Leica Mobile, Red Pocket Mobile, or Mint Mobile, or Ultra Mobile. That all operates on T-Mobile's 2G network, because the time is running short, people. We won't be able to have our fun anymore. So the thing is, though, is I know everything comes to an end and we have to move on in life, but the thing is, though, is 2G, you can still use it for the time being. It's still everywhere, but it won't be for long. So get your SIM cards if you want to, everyone, and use it while you still can. But a simple network reactivation command is very simple for the cell carriers to do. But the problem is they're not going to, because they rather have the money for newer technologies rather than customer loyalty. And I get that. A lot of people don't want 2G anymore, but a lot of enthusiasts like me want it. So it's kind of a 98% either side of a population that wants it. But the thing is, though, is I don't know. I'm just going to use it until my service gets killed off finally, and then I got to get a new phone. But the thing is, though, is they're jerks, and there's nothing we can do about it. But I do have to give them credit, though, because even though I think T-Mobile is a bunch of jerks for doing this, even though they worked hard to put it in the guard band of LTE, OLED requires is a higher electric bill and a little maintenance cost. Nothing major, so they shouldn't be doing this. But the thing is, though, is I have to give them credit. I shouldn't be criticizing them like I am right now, but they just piss me off. These cell carriers absolutely suck. And the thing is, though, is 2G does a better job at penetrating buildings than 4 and 5G does. Even 3G did a better job at that. But the thing is, though, is T-Mobile rather just have the money than customer loyalty. And the thing is, though, is these are my thoughts on it. I'm sure you guys have different thoughts, and let me know in the comments if you want to. But the thing is, though, is I get coverage everywhere still, but in a few places where I don't anymore, I have to rely on my parents' phones to be able to communicate out in the world when I don't have coverage out, which is fine. You know, I can still use it many other places because it's at least going to take several more years before they even take all the 2G towers down anyway, because all the infrastructure, like I said, still needs it across the country. But the thing is, though, it's annoying as heck, though. It's irritating, it's aggravating. Because the thing is, though, is 2G phones shouldn't even need 2G. It should be able to connect to any network in the whole entire country with just a standard SIM card or whatever SIM card it takes. In an ideal world, it would be like that, but it's not. That's why I think these phone manufacturers are stupid back in the day, just making it for a specific network to force people to upgrade when these annoying cell carriers finally pull the plug. But the thing is, I can show you right now I'm still getting signal. Hold on, I'll get my phone off the charger for a second. Hold on, we're without signal right now. It should be able to pick it up in a second. And that's another thing about this 2G network shutdown. Hold on, I'll place my phone in front of the camera here. Actually, I gotta move it on. And those covers have changed. You can easily interchange these covers. They're interchangeable, so that's fine. But the thing is, though, is right now we currently have no signal. And that's another problem. We're on these horrible, unmaintained 2G towers that are in the process of being shut down. So it's freaking irritating. And the thing is, though, T-Mobile doesn't care. They rather prioritize the garbage technologies than good old technology. But the thing is, they're jerks, and there's nothing we can do about it. But you can see, like, let me zoom the camera up. I'm getting, like, 3 bars, so that's pretty good for where I live. I mean, I live in a rural area anyway, with the water tower down my street providing us coverage because it has all the carrier cells on it. But hopefully someday, if I become rich, I can launch my own cellular carrier and reactivate 2G across the country. But until then, we have to go with the flow of times. So, similar to analog TV. Analog TV did a much better job at penetrating mountains and stuff than digital TV does. Digital TV will pixelate if it's a weak signal. This won't on an antenna. So the thing is, though, is I'm going to have fun with this while I can until it shows, obviously, no more T-Mobile's name like you can see. But the thing is, though, is I'm going to have my fun, and I suggest you guys too before it's gone for good. So the thing is, though, is they're jerks, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just go with the flow of the times. But the thing is, though, is, like I said, I just made this video for educational purposes and encouraging my viewers to maybe send T-Mobile a nice little email, very polite one, asking them if they'll delay the shutdown on different cell towers that haven't been screwed up yet by them deactivating it. So the thing is, though, is anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And a couple more things before we actually end. I didn't mean to leave you guys behind this long, but you know I haven't been feeling good and stuff, so yep. So the thing is, keep your fingers crossed about this shutdown. It might go away, it might not. We're not 100% certain, but coverage is decreasing, and now the service is like a Swiss cheese now in most areas, the jerks. So the thing is, though, is and one more thing as well is I shouldn't be criticizing them this much, but I also should because they're old jerks at this point for doing this to people. But the thing is, though, is T-Mobile has held on a lot longer than AT&T and Verizon did. Those jerks pulled the plug right away on a single day. Versus they're taking a more phased approach and not maintaining equipment and letting it fail and work as long as it can. So I guess that's a better strategy to take several more years so I can have as much fun as I can with this before it's gone for good. So the thing is, though, is I gotta give them credit for that. You know, they didn't have to hold on this whole time, but I don't get it. You put LTE in the guard bands and now you do this. I mean 2G in the guard bands for that matter. And the thing is, though, is they shouldn't be doing this, you know. It's in the guard bands, but the thing is, though, is one day I actually got a little scared here because my coverage was gone for quite a while here and now it's back. So I don't know if they were getting ready to shut this down, but people said no. But the thing is, though, it's a warning call for you people. If you got 2G phones, I would switch, and if you don't, wait till the coverage is gone the next day and then switch to new phones. Because, you know, or have your fun with it. Take your pick, whatever you want to say. But, like I said, hopefully you guys can help with these letters and sending them a nice letter before this is basically destroyed for good. And I hope this video was kind of entertaining and educational as well. And looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.